There was high tension in the street of Dili following the death of a young man in the Komoro suburb on Monday night, December 28. 25 years old, Vladimir Korea, known as Kuka, was allegedly shot dead by an on-duty police officer at a party in Delta Nova compound. By Wednesday, government ministers were given increased security. The police presence on the street became more obvious, and the Prime Minister Xanana Gusmao stayed in his fortified residence. On Wednesday afternoon, Xanana Gusmao and the President Ramos Horta met with Kuka's family in the presidential palace. Kuka was laid to rest at Santa Cruz Cemetery on Thursday afternoon, New Year's Eve. Ironically, Kuka was the youngest survivor of the Santa Cruz massacre here in 1991. The former leader of the Santa Cruz protest, Gregorio Saldaña, together with other civil society representatives, called a press conference where they strongly condemned the violent attitude of the PNTL against East Timorese citizens in this independent country.
Condena macas hahalok violento no assassino membro PNTL nebe la devia mosu e tempo ukunrasiane.
They said they prefer to have a professional and strong PNTL who always respected human rights but did not act violently or worse, use acts of assassination.
Ami prefere PNTL de profissional no forte nebe respeito de direitos humanos.
They said it is important to give good education and training to all PNTL members, so when an intervention is necessary, officers act according to the law. The PNTL should not be trained to military standards that produce many types of violence against human rights. The civil society group said it is better for our military force FFTTL to have access to military-type weapons, and the PNTL can call on them to keep order if it is necessary. And they said the PNTL could have only used the tear gas or batons. At this time, the PNTL has access to several kinds of high-powered automatic military weapons. The president of Timor-Leste, Ramos Horta, says there will be no more chance for armed officers shooting civilians without cause.
There cannot be leniency when it comes to issues of discipline. Any police officer or army soldier who misrepresent his or her uniform with indiscipline, with abuse, use weapons, not only threatening people but shooting at people for absolutely no reason, there cannot be any flexibility on that. They must be summarily fired.
The president said any officers abusing their position will be investigated and the case handed over to the prosecutor. Ramos Horta says as the state is ultimately responsible for any death, there should be compensation.
The state buys a gun, bullets, and give to the soldier or the police, who in turn goes and shoots someone. Well, the state is responsible. The state should be sued.
The PNTL was set up under the UN in 2000 and has been trained by many countries using very different techniques. The president said that in the future, the PNTL will be trained under the bilateral agreement with suitable countries. Under the December 2006 supplementary agreement, AMPOL is still responsible to provide security to the Dili district, but in reality the PNTL is acting independently and the UN is allowing them to break the legal framework of the agreement. Belo for Tempo Semanal, Dili, Timor-Leste.